Girl, I am so glad you want to know about that Inner Light episode. Season 2, episode 25. You know I got that next generation on lockdown, girl. Okay, so basically JLP, he's on the bridge, right? And he's just hanging out, he's just doing his JLP thing. And this strange looking like spacecraft comes up on their windshield. And they've never seen it before, And then it's just like it happens so fast, no one can do anything because it's just like, bam! That spacecraft sends out this invisible beam. Okay, we can't see it. It's totally invisible. Sends out this invisible beam and it just knocks JLP, on his backside. Okay? And everybody starts freaking out. Worf is so street. He's all like, we need to rat-tat-tat that ship up. And Bev has like rushed to his side, because she's the doctor and she loves him. She does. And so Bev is like, listen, Worf, you and your gangster ass need to chill, okay? Because we don't know what's going to happen if we shoot at that ship with our, laser beams, okay? Something's happening. It's invisible. We don't know what's going on. Everybody needs to relax. Bev really kind of takes control of the situation. She's a mother. She's made for this, type of thing, basically. She works good under pressure, is what I'm trying to say. Go Bev. Anyway, so JLP's knocked down, right? But in his mind, he's like in this other planet. Like he wakes up and he's this totally different person. He's got a wifey. He's got a best friend. He's got a job, And he's all like, I'm JLP, like get me back to my ship. And they're like, no, you're not. And they call him something. I think it's Bob. Maybe they call him Bob. But they're like, you've been sick. You've had a fever, Bob. And you think you're this other guy, but you're not. You belong on this planet with us, okay? And it's really weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But there's this strange, like, time thing that's happening. Like, in JLP's mind, time is going by really quickly. Like years are happening. He's living this whole lifetime, but it's in his head. You know what I mean? Like it's in his mind. But it's like on the starship. It's like no time is passing at all, like seconds. Like Bev and Worf are still like. So years go by in his head. And he is convinced that he belongs on this planet. And, he even has some children. It's actual real cute, because, like, JLP is he's like such a lone gunman, Like, he's like a man who's, like, on some sort of mission, to, like, explore, areas, like, explore areas in space. So he can't have children. But when he's in this planet in his head, he's like, I'm so glad that we did this. He's talking to his wifey. He's like, this really makes me, feel, like a certain way, And it was just really touching. So anyway, just a side note. So he, like, lives his whole life, and he, like, gets some grandchildren, and oh, this is very important. I forgot to tell you this. Oh, my God. He learns to play the flute, okay? So it's like he's a dad and a husband, and he plays the flute. And it's very important. Just remember that fact. So his planet that he lives on in his mind is dying, okay? And so he's getting old, and his grandchildren are growing up, and he's all like, they're not going to have a planet to live on. Like, this breaks my heart. And then at the like near the end, he's going to some sort of like parade, or something. It's like a community event, and then all of a sudden, like his dead wife is there, and his like dead best friend is there, and they're like, hey, Bob, you're right. You really are JLP. Okay, you've been living this whole life in your head, and we did this because we are like some extinct peoples, and our planet died. And so we sent this thing, into the space to have our memory live on, like in someone like you. So it's like if you live with us and the memories of us, then it's kind of like our people, continue to exist. And then JLP cries, and I cried when I saw it. You would cry too, I'm pretty sure. It's very touching because it makes you think, like, what if I die? Like, how am I going to live on? Like, do I live on in the memories of, like, the people who work with me at the mall? Like, who do I live on with? You know what I mean? Like, it really makes you think. That's why I love Star Trek, because it's always having me think about those deep issues. Okay, so anyway, so JLP wakes up on the bridge and everybody's so happy, like Bev is all like, oh my God, Boo, I'm so glad you're back. And Worf is like, I'm glad we didn't, rat-tat-tat that ship up. And Robot Man is like, welcome back, Captain. And then he's like, I need some alone time, because he's lived this crazy life, like 40 years have passed. And he goes into his captain's quarters, and what's his name? That hottie with the beard. You know what I'm talking about, like that facial hair. He comes in, he's like, Captain, we found this on the ship. We brought it into our ship, and we found it in there. And here you go. And you know what it is? It's that flute. It's that flute. It's the flute. And he plays it, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's beautiful sound. It's touching. Anyway, I would recommend you watch it, is all that I'm saying.